DC here. Hi guys. Well, this is for me a premiere. I'm actually going to make a comment on a sports event. Now, my family, which might be looking at my vids every now and then from close and afar, are going to say this is impossible. He is never really interested all that much in sports events. Well, I mean, if you look at my channel, you see I do a bit of jogging. And on this, living in Switzerland, I do a bit of skiing. And that's about the amount of sports that I do. I like individual sports. I don't like collective sports that much. On the other hand, why am I doing this vid today? Well, actually, it's quite simple. One of my sons is very much into sports. And when there's things like the Australian opening, as today, and when you have Roger Federer, which just lost to Rafael Nadal, there's just no way that I can get around this. I mean, if I go to work, everybody's talking about Federer, and so on. And so what do I get out of this match? Well, first thing, I actually looked at a lot of it. Why? Well, as I said, there was no choice. I mean, the television was on, and that's what was on. On the other hand, is that what I found in this match is that this was a competition between gentlemen. And this is not somebody screaming, crying out to the referee, and so on. This was a match between two gentlemen. And finally, when you look at the guys, be it Rafa or Roger, as they call him here, these guys were playing. Of course, I know they have their ego trip. I mean, come on, we've already had vids on different channels about ego trips. We all know these guys are not saints, of course. But on the other hand, these are real gentlemen. At the end, I mean, did you see, especially you guys down under, did you see the way Roger was actually crying? Why was he crying at the end? I think one of the reasons, of course, was like, I should have won this one. I really wanted to win this one. And he was really, really feeling bad. But here was a guy who was actually showing his emotions. And that's actually great. And what I found really, really good is the way Rafael Nadal, I mean, like, you've seen the muscles of this guy. I mean, he just went and put his arm around him, and he praised him. And you know, guys, this is something, I mean, that I haven't seen in a long time. I really found this was encouraging. I mean, these were two guys, real gentlemen, playing hard. They weren't giving anything away. And at the same time, at the end, they felt like saying, look, you're good, I'm good as well, we had a great match. And Rafa said one thing actually really good. He said to Roger Federer, he says, I know the way you feel. I mean, the guy has not always been number one. He was a long time number two. And I think that's the whole thing. I mean, like, if you look at these people, well, of course, they're making a lot of money. A lot more than any of us are. But on the other hand, I mean, they're working for it, aren't they? And when I was looking at the match, I was looking at these guys, and I was thinking, really, you know, would I want to be in their shoes? Not really. I wouldn't mind having the amount of money they're getting at the end of the match. But on the other hand, I mean, look how much they got to work for it. They really do have to work for it. Now, what I was wondering is that, what is your attitude to sports? I mean, we tend to think of sports as something like, I think, modern-day gladiators, which fight for the glory of, well, the glory of wife, country, and so on. On the other hand, when I was looking at these two guys, I was wondering, I mean, are they, what are they fighting for? Are they only on an ego trip? I actually found it, in a way, kind of comforting to see a final between what I would call two nice guys. Was it more boring because it was two nice guys? I don't think so. I don't think so. Of course, the only difference was is that you couldn't scream against the bad guy. There weren't any bad guys in this. Having said that, I found it was really nice to have this final down under. The public down under was fantastic, which actually follows up on what we know about our YouTube friends down under. So that seems to be a really great country. Aussies, we love you. And this is going to be DC signing off. I think I've said enough. Give any comments, and I'll be glad to hear them and answer to them. Be good and take care.